Welcome once again to another match in the very intriguing season of the Secondary Schools Football League, the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League. And today we have a game that really and truly is purely for bragging rights in terms of the positioning of both of these teams. We have a Carapichaima East against Pleasantville Secondary, and of course Carapichaima in the green and black outfits, and Pleasantville in their light blue strips. They look almost like Queen's Park when you think about it. And but all the same, both of these teams really just want to get as many points as possible. The object, of course, is to try to avoid relegation. I think that's really all that they have to play for at this time, as they try to at least get as many points as they possibly can and see what gives at the end of the season. It's not going to be an easy game because in a lot of ways these two teams are evenly matched, and it's really a question of which one can put it all together and maybe try to get a win for their respective teams. So it should be a good contest. It looks like a pretty good field as well. We don't have too much of the water that we've had on other days here at the Bolden Stadium, and I'm sure the players will be happy about that as well, because I don't think there's a player in the Secondary Schools League, male, female, under 12, under 14, under 13, under 16, who would have played on a dry ground, a fully dry ground so far this year. It seems almost every time there is water, sometimes a lot of it, and they've had to really contest some difficult conditions. Apart from their opponents, they've also had to deal with the field conditions, which has not been easy for a number of them. But all the same, that's, as they say, a story for another day. Right now, it's about points, and Carapichaima East are the ones who are going to kick things off here, with Pleasantville hoping desperately to get a move on as well. The early ball up as they try for a quick start. I think that's the main object here for both of these teams, is to maybe get an early goal and see how quickly they can settle and maybe push on from there. So I suppose that will be the short-term plan, and then you take things as you go along. An early foul for Carapichaima East as they try to get it into the Pleasantville half of the field. It has been I don't want to say a long season, long in the sense of they've played many games and without any really positive results. But it has been a shortened season as well when you compare that. When this Premier Division first started, there were 14 teams. I think the Tobago teams opted out that first year, and because they had something going on in their own division. Here's another clumsy little tackle. The referee allows play to continue though, and eventually now they'll get it back into their own half of the field. But when it first started, we had 14 teams, and you basically played each other, so there were quite a number of games to be played, and that was one of the areas of concern in local football, especially age group football, is that the players weren't playing enough football. So they developed the Premiership to give them that additional exposure, and it worked well. But now with the COVID coming in and players not really getting the kind of play, they had to adjust, and it's a much shortened season. Here they come now as good work here, trying to get a shot off. Good effort, straight on target, but once again, goalkeeper Martin was right in behind it for Pleasantville to avert danger. But good enterprise in football coming in there from Carapichaima East. They have suffered at the hands of the big boys, but they certainly would like to feel that they can probably be the sort of the big brothers in a contest like this against Pleasantville, even though Pleasantville might have a better footballing history than them. Good work at the back quickly. Phillips now trying to bring it forward for the boys from Carapichaima as they lose out, and one of the concerns I would imagine for both coaches would be the amount of turnovers that you see in a game like this, because a lot of errant passing or careless passing, one would have to say. Now, can they spring a surprise? Like Carapichaima under some pressure here now, and a chance here, good opportunity, but they more or less miskicked the ball, one would have to say there, Williams. He came nicely across the defense, and then just as he was about to take the shot, he bobbled it, as happened here again from Dorset, but they're still in with a chance. The ball is still in the danger zone for Pleasantville, still trying to knife his way forward, and he fell down but committed the infringement. Here is a quick look at it. Good anticipation. He ran right past the defender Williams, got the other defender to commit, and he got it past Joseph, and just as he was about to kick, it was eventually blocked by Wickham, but the shot itself was poorly executed, and the chance went a begging there. But good enterprising stuff there from from Pleasantville rather, as they put the pressure on Carapichaima, forcing them to have to defend, and they almost found them wanting on that occasion. This is another good ball up right into the heart of the defense, but another infringement. So a nice bright start to the game, one would have to say. And I suppose that is what coaches are probably telling their troops right now. You play the game in stages. You probably play the first 10 to 15 minutes this way. This is what we're going to do, depending on if we get a goal or two. If not, then we'll do the next 15 a particular way, and then the third 15 we will try something else. Let's see what happens here. It's a shot from distance, but it's blocked. Didn't have the kind of pace on it. However, a chance, another shot. That one is blocked as well, and still trying to force his way through there, Andrews, but he loses out, and quickly the ball is back. And another infringement, says the referee. Phillips is going to win that for Pleasantville. No goals yet, as 5 minutes gone in this contest. Nice positive start from both teams, not afraid to get the ball into the danger zone and try their luck. A nice diagonal ball, trying to get it way over on the far side. That's a risky ball, because the chances of that hitting the target very slim indeed. Good movement, or lack of movement, forces him to make an errant pass, and Carapichaima trying to win it back, and they have decent skilled players. It's just a question of putting it together, one with the other, or forwards with backs, and that's a clumsy challenge that results in a free kick, but Tyrese David took it right in the midsection, it looks like, and he went down immediately. Now, I don't think it was a malicious play, but the boot was so high that it went straight into his midsection. You look at it here, he was trying to clear it with the left foot, and it was almost like a clumsy challenge, and he just ran straight into it and went down, but he wins a free kick. That's what they call taking one for the team there, because that must have been painful. So a nice opportunity here. Again, a shot from distance, but this was really crying out for a ball into the area to give the men, his teammates, a chance. He had enough distance to play the ball behind the defense and try to get everybody going in the same direction. Again, good headers, and look at the footing, players losing their footing all over the place. Now another chance. This time he goes round. That's a lovely ball on the inside. The control though is off, and that is partly due to the field conditions. Although it looks nice and dry, it's still a little bit of a give underfoot, and that is causing a few problems for these teams. Joseph with the interception, but he's going to have to work again, because the ball is one back. Offside is the call. He was taking the ball behind the defense, but again, the players must be mindful of the fact that the defenses are going to push up once they get a chance to get the ball maybe over the half line. So as a forward, you too must understand that you have to think like a defender and try to counter being caught offside time and again. Still no goals. Approaching 8 minutes now in this encounter. Carapichaima East against Pleasantville. Pleasantville under pressure now. Carapichaima on the attack here, but not able to really finish off their moves. Myers missing the ball completely on that occasion. Throw taken quickly, much too quickly. In fact, it's a foul throw. And boy, how many of these have we seen all season long, more particularly among the girls, but every so often you see it in the boys' games. And is this a substitution, an early substitution? A little bit surprising, as they decided that they're going to make a quick substitution here. And Kamani Christopher is on the field, and it's surprising that you'd make a substitution not even 10 minutes into the game. I don't know if it's an injury causing that change, and that's a good challenge there from Joseph to win it back for Carapichaima. Now they try to bring it forward. Another tough pass over on the far side. Mayers, he has possession, trying to turn, and is wiped away in the process. So a little bit of a stop-start flow, well, not a real flow to the game, although both teams were like pressing early, but they haven't really been able to continue in that vein. A chance now to hit it over. Thomas Robertson trying to get it inside there, appeals for a handle ball, and the referee blows for the penalty. Well, careless defending indeed. He just put his hand up there, and the ball, I don't know if the ball just hit his hand, but what is his hand doing there? And it's almost like he just controlled the ball with the hand, and Kyle Elliott is the guilty man, and that is going to be a penalty for Carapichaima in the 10th minute. So a great opportunity now for them to take the lead here, gift really. And how careless can you be in the penalty? He just had his hand up there, almost a reflex action, and he forgot he was in the area. He probably forgot he was playing football. That's kind of like what happened there. And he gifted them this opportunity here. So a chance to make it 1-0. Brilliantly done. He just calmly stepped up and put it away. So early goal for the Carapichaima outfit, and it was done by Mayers, who took his time, and a nice little stutter step, and then he just kind of places it past the goalkeeper. So Cursa Mayers with the opening goal in this encounter, and Carapichaima East leading by 1-0. What they would try to do now is maybe try to see if they can press their advantage and tack on a couple more before the interval. They have plenty of time. Similarly, Pleasantville must be thinking, because they have so much time, that they could get back in this game as well. Getting himself into some trouble there, but doing well is Philip Guide. Almost lost it initially, but able to win it back. Here they come again. That's another tackle. Might have missed the tackle, and this time the ball is allowed to run into touch. So a chance here now for the Carapichaima outfit to maybe show some of their true potential. You score an early goal, you're probably thinking, well, maybe we could score 3 or 4 more. And this is really the challenge for them now. I'm sure the coach will be challenging them to keep doing what they're doing. And another good tackle there. There's the man who gifted that penalty, getting this one away. And they're putting some pressure on the Pleasantville defense, forcing them to have to work as much as possible, especially down the flanks of the field, which is always a good sign for an attacking team. A chance with the throw in here. Holder, it looks like, who's going to take this one for Carapichaima East. They just seem to be casually going about their business, no real hurry. And the ball thrown in, and the first contact is made, but trying to come away with it now, doing well, and knifing his way through. Kyle Elliott gets it down that left-hand side, where he recognizes he has Williams, Kellon Williams out there. Williams does well, swifts past his man, still going, and he's brought down. That's a crunching tackle there. Luckily he didn't get a card, but he was certainly playing the man first before the ball, and I'm not even sure if he played the ball at all, and luckily for him he just concedes a free kick. So a chance now for Pleasantville to reply, and this is always a cheeky. Now look at the marking in the area. There are two blue shirts just standing at the edge of the area. Only now we're seeing the green shirt coming over, and even then the marking still isn't ideal, because you never want to put a player on the goal side ahead of you, so you still can't mark this player here. You have to kind of get in front of him and prevent, but they've taken him onside as well. Here's a shot blocked by the wall. They're looking for another chance. Still they can't get the shot off properly, and that too is charged down. So in the end the free kick goes for Norths, but they had good numbers up, they just couldn't take advantage. Still the one goal, approaching 15 minutes in this game, and as I was saying earlier, now is the time that the teams will probably assess or reassess to see who has done what, and it looks like that's going to be a corner kick. No, it says the referee is going to be a goal kick to Carapichaima. So Caps leading 1-0 and trying their best here to hammer out another victory. These have been few and far between, but any win is a win when you're struggling as much as they have all season long. Good interpassing and good dribbling skills as well. And what a control there from Joseph, but he gives it away. Williams losing his footing and trying to turn his man, and can't get past the Carapichaima captain. Joseph stands his ground, but if anything, Pleasantville are relentless. They keep coming at you and forcing the defenders to have to defend. Here's another ball given away, another chance at a shot, but again just probably hesitating a little too long. There was Williams, and he loses out, and again another infringement, so another free kick. So Pleasantville looking to hit quickly and with their movement, and they do have quite a bit of movement on top, and that seems to be causing some discomfort to the Carapichaima defense. Here's another ball played into the area, and the header comes stretching for it. The goalkeeper though is not taking any chances, and he decides, Nikolai Rivers decides he's gonna just play it into touch. I thought he could have shielded it and allow it to run off the field, but he was operating on the side of caution there. Nice little ball thrown in. It's in the area, and that is going to be a corner kick. So a chance now for Pleasantville to get back in this one. Via this corner kick. Wiley. They have quite a few blue shirts in the area, which is a good sign. It means that they're hoping to get something from this one. That's a deep ball, headed down, just wide. Well, well, well. A great effort indeed, because he got up, got the header down, but he just couldn't get it on target. That's the one thing that was missing there. But he got up nicely ahead of the defender, and unfortunately it doesn't come down, it doesn't get it between the sticks, and that would have been vitally important. But a great opportunity at a recovery there. Philip Guide with the header, just not able to get it on target. 1-0 in favor of Carapichaima East, who just dodged a serious bullet there with that header. They're still trying to press the envelope here just a little bit, but every so often both teams, they just kind of take turns at maybe allowing the opponents to get in the game, and then they would have a little spell, and then they would come back. Here's the substitute. The man who came on very early is Emmanuel Christopher. After just 10 minutes, he basically threw that one, and it might still run for him, turning, still trying to dupe his man, trying to get it over there. Hippolyte, now it's a bicycle kick, he misses it, but it runs all the way over on this near side, and they may still get it out eventually. And yes, it is. It remains Pleasantville's ball, but an attempt at a bicycle kick there, but he missed the ball completely. That's always the embarrassing thing about that particular skill. If you don't get it right, two things can happen. You could hurt yourself, or you can end up with egg on your face. When you miss kick like he did there, it looks spectacular, and the crowd always reacts to it, but if you don't get it right, it could be it could have consequences. Let's just put it that way, and not all of it is good for you. Edwards trying to control it. Now they come forward, they get an opportunity for a nice little give and go. Opportunity for Williams to run. He decides he's going to hold it back, and still they're coming forward. And look at the players just going down under the damp conditions. The field really playing its part here as players trying to turn or shift from one lane to the next, finding that they're losing their footing quite often. And as in this case, they hand the ball over to their opponent. So Carapichaima East on the move again. And they're doing the smart thing. They're trying to go down the flanks of the field. But again, you look at the players just slipping and sliding and not being able to really hold their footing. And that's a good little ball forward. Still running with it. Gets inside of Joseph, but Joseph recovers well. And concedes at the corner kick. But it's safety first rather than give up a goal or a chance at a goal for Pleasantville. They're trailing by 1-0 and desperately in need of something. They had a good chance with the header, the last corner kick they faced, and they may get another chance here again. Noriega is up there also, hoping again another chance at a header there, but that's dealt with nicely by Wickham. And here they come now quickly. The ball played. He really needed to leave that and let it run because he had his man running free going down that left hand side. Unfortunately, he intercepted it, and that kind of threw off the run. But you could have seen Tyrese David blazing going down that left. All he really needed his teammate to do was dummy the ball and allow it to run through to him. Here he is with the header, and it goes to nothing. So the one goal, probably the real bright spot so far for Carapichaima, a penalty converted by Mayers after just 10 minutes. And since that time, Pleasantville have come back into the game quite nicely and have had one or two decent opportunities. They haven't really been able to take advantage of them just yet. Wiley with the throw in, and again trying to just flick it up in the air. It does achieves a shot. I'm not sure, it took a couple deflections and it really goes nowhere fast, as they say, and the ball just pinging around just at the edge of the area there. Neither team getting control of it, and still they're just banging against each other. Here they get a chance to clear it, but they don't, and this one is going to run straight through to the goalkeeper, Rivers. And his kick is not a particularly good one as well. In fact, the first person playing it is going to be Williams for Pleasantville. He turns nicely, might get a chance to run at his man. That's over push, but he's still going with it. And it comes to nothing because the defense eventually collapsed on him. This is a much better kick from goalkeeper Rivers. The last time he just kind of kept the pressure on his team. And this is a 50-50 ball, really. Not a great ball, but it actually might run for them and give Myers a chance. The goal scorer goes tumbling over. And does he win a free kick? Yes, he gets the free kick because he was clearly, his legs was clipped. And the referee eventually blew the whistle. I suppose he was trying to play an advantage and decided that he had to bring it back because they were going to lose possession of the ball. So another chance for them to get a good cross in. I don't think you could go to goal from this distance. In fact, you shouldn't beat any top-class goalkeeper from there. But they're looking to play this one in behind the defense. In fact, he's going towards the goal and he scores. Well, well, well. I was just about saying you don't want to take a chance from there, and any top-class goalkeeper would probably have it covered. And would you believe it? He just decided he was going to go to goal and took his time, sized it up with his left foot, and just swerved the goalkeeper, seemingly in two minds. He was going for the cross ball and then had to check and come back. And would you believe it? Just like that, they have scored a second goal, and it's Myers again getting the job done. So the man who scored the opener in the 10th minute has a second one after 24 minutes for Carapichaima. So they're up by 2-0. So here's the question now. How will Pleasantville respond to that? And Myers again looking to, his confidence must be sky high right now as he tries to win that ball back. Ball played inside, and players again losing their footing. That's a nice little ball played inside there for them. Chance here now, and still battling for it, and then he's just wiped away in the process. But it's going to be a free kick, or it should be a throw-in, I should say, for Pleasantville. But I thought for a moment there the referee could have given a free kick, but it was close to the area as well. Now there's no VAR here, so we see what happened. The player stays down, and both teams are running to their benches for water, I would imagine. It's been a nice brisk start to this game. 25 minutes and a half gone. So they're taking this opportunity while he gets treatment, Wiley, that they can get some refreshment as well as some instructions as to how you're going to proceed for the next 15 minutes or so, the next 20 minutes or so before the half. So you can see the entire bunch of players from Carapichaima East gathered around their coach, just getting instructions, getting some refreshments, but more so the instruction is what I think they're happiest with. So now the referee is going to try to get everybody back in position quickly and get the game underway once more. A throw-in to Pleasantville. They're down by 2-0. A brace from Myers. And a chance now for Tyrese Phillip to get this one in play for Pleasantville. Referee just having a word. I'm sure players are pulling and tugging. They just love to be with each other. Happy to see you. And that's not the best of throws, because he threw it at such a height, even his teammate couldn't get a hold of it. Now a chance here, but just throwing a little too much of the ball, and eventually having to scramble back for it. Here's a ball coming across, and then it's cleared away quite nicely for the throw-in. Tyrese David again showing his magic down this left-hand side. But unfortunately for him, it was just slightly behind, and the defense cleared it eventually. 2-0, Carapichaima. as we approaching half an hour in this game. And it looks like David is going to take it with the right foot this time. And again, he's slipping and sliding because there's like a metal cover there. And he can't get his traction on that at all. So the ball played up. And again, the ball is not the best. It always causes problems. But they're trying to handle the conditions as best as they can. Players are just falling all over the place. And there's just certain parts of the field that are more tricky than others. And another nice little ball played forward to pull it after it. But good composed defending on the part of Adams. And it's played into touch. It's going to be another throw in to Carapichaima East. The referee just having a word, making sure that the players are okay. A lot of them are just slipping and sliding just inside the Carapichaima half of the field. That's where it seems to have the most water. There's this ball thrown in, and now the defense is going to get the better of it. And then instead of clearing his lines, he's tried to be cute and almost, well, he's still not out of the woods as yet. Here is the cross ball. This one is high up. The goalkeeper is coming. He can't get the handle on it, and he's under pressure from Myers, and wins the free kick in the end. So some testing moments there for Kaylon Martin. He's already conceded 2 and was under threat here of a third. And this time it looks like Adams is struggling with some kind of a leg injury for Pleasantville. They're down 2 goals, so they need all hands on deck here now to try to get back in this encounter. So again, it is Myers in the 10th minute and Myers again in the 24th. One a penalty, the other one another wicked free kick with his left foot. And that's the difference between the two teams, essentially. Pleasantville had a couple moments. They had one good header that just flashed wide. And they've had opportunities in and around the area. They just every time they pull the trigger, it's blocked. And of course, the wet conditions underfoot proving to be a problem for them at critical stages, maybe just before a shot or just as they attempt to control the ball. It kind of scoots away from them, or it gets stuck in the water or the mud as it is right now. So still some treatment being rendered there to Deshaun Adams as he limps off to probably get more treatment before he's comfortable getting back on the field to resume battle. In the meantime, his team will play on with the 10 men. Carapichaima though trying to take advantage. Lovely little ball inside, but that's a good hustle from Elliott. Sprays it down the left-hand side. Williams is there. He tries to play a reverse pass, but loses out. And, well, look at this. Carapichaima on the prowl again. And it's that man doing his magic once more, trying to get past 2 defenders, but Myers loses out. That's well kept in, and this could be a problem here now. Tyrese David is running free into the area, hooks it back, and the shot comes, but it's blocked by the defense and not able to really get anything out of that particular attack. So it remains 2 goals to nothing, 32 and a half gone. So you may get a couple of minutes for added on time, I'm sure, at the end of the first half. I think Pleasantville only finally sorting out who will take the spot kick, and doesn't even reach the half line, but they'll take it as the ball is played up quickly, trying to get it into the advanced positions as quickly as possible. Again, the throw is mishandled, and this has been par for the course so far in this game for the Pleasantville outfit. Not really being able to put the ball down and really move it the way they would like to, and especially in the up positions in their attacking third. Chance again to swing the ball away. That's not a bad ball in the end, although I'm not sure if that's what he intended, but that's what the outcome was, and he will live with it. Here they come again, Pleasantville doing good work and still trying to get the ball across. It might still run for them, and that's excellent defensive work there from Joseph. And another crunching tackle. I think the player went sprawling in there. Part of it is his foot, and look at the long line that he created, almost like a train going in there and just wiping his man away. Jaquan Edwards goes into the referee's naughty book for that tackle. And again, I don't think that's what he intended. However, it's what happened, it's what occurred, and that's what the referee has to respond to, and he responded with a yellow card, because on the face value it was a yellow card offense. So 35 minutes gone now, and still Carapichaima East are clinging to this 2-0 lead. They're trying to mix it up as best as possible, but Pleasantville just slightly coming into their own. They need something. They need a spark before halftime. I think that would be ideal if they can get a goal back before the interval and put themselves in the best position. The goalkeeper again is a little bit late in coming off his line and forcing the defense to have to make sure and win the challenge. But they did well in the end, as the ball is running free in the area, and Elliott was back there with the recovery tackle, and danger is averted, but only momentarily, because it remains Carapichaima East's ball. So Caps enjoying themselves, no doubt trying to see if they can pick up all 3 points, and at this point they must be thinking mission accomplished. But there's still plenty of time. This is another suspect throw-in, but the referee allows it to run, and it's still going to remain Carapichaima's ball. The second throw-in wasn't much better, but that too is allowed to stand. And here they come now, trying to come out of the back without too much fuss. Trying his best there is Phillips. He is being harassed by Holder. Holder takes it away from him, and trying to do his bit of running as well. It is Andrews, Eben Andrews this time. Another chance here now for them. They're thinking about it, and I think he wanted some movement, but there was none, and as a result he had to hold on to the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked. And we see another substitution being made, as Pleasantville, looking for some answers here, decide that they want to make that change before the interval. It might be an injury of some sorts, but invariably they seldom want to make changes, especially in the first half of a game. If anything, They've been forced into this one, it looks like. And every little deflection going the way of Carapichaima East at the moment. Not much that you could get from the Pleasantville outfit, although, like I said, they had a couple good moments where they could have really hurt Carapichaima, but their own finishing let them down, plus their interpassing has been a little bit suspect. They really need to tighten up in those areas, and I'm sure they'll have greater success. 38 minutes gone. Again, another player goes down. The referee allows play to continue. Now a chance, and a good early tackle, good forceful tackle to get it out of danger. The return ball, that's a long ball. That's hard for him to catch up to. Way too strong. And the goalkeeper, though, his clearance is not a particularly good one. He may get a second by, and then he just almost gives away a corner. It stays in. It hits the flag, and the ball stays in. How often have you seen that? If this was golf, it would have been in the hole, but it stayed right there next to the post. And they're trying to bring it out now. Is Andrews still has possession. Ball played into the area. Another header just over the bar. Well, they were coming close, and this time Hippolyte got up and almost made it 3-0. You look at him again, he timed his run beautifully, and actually the ball hit the head of Tyrese David. Hippolyte was looking at the back post. I thought he was the one who got the header, but no, it was the Tyrese David who got the header on it. But I think he was, as they say, on-sighted, and his head just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Hence the reason why the header wasn't on target, just over the bar. Ball played over the line. It's going to remain as Pleasantville's ball. Williams is a good, flexible attacker, but he's really living off scraps at the moment. He isn't getting much by way of service from his midfielders or defenders, but they have a throw-in into the area, headed back, not a powerful header. They're still playing around with it at the back. And here's another, that's a wipe out. The referee's allowing play to continue. I'm sure he's going to issue a yellow card here, because this really didn't have any chance, that tackle. Oh, no, he didn't. It really was a cruel tackle. No chance of playing the ball. He just wiped his man away. And luckily for him, Andre Philip Guide, he didn't get a yellow card. Now, you beg the question, what deserves a yellow card if a tackle like that is allowed to go unpunished? The ball was long gone, and he just sort of crashed into his opponent. Could have caused some serious damage. Talking about serious damage, that's a lovely ball inside, and again the runner gets on the right side of the defender, but the service once more is not what is required. So a tough afternoon so far. In fact, I think Pleasantville making it tough for themselves, but they'll try once again, and this one is going to run all the way over to the goalkeeper, and again Pleasantville really desperate for some goal mouth action. Here's another ball played up. This could be interesting. They have numbers up this time, and here's the cross. No, he's bundled off the ball, and the referee is allowing play to continue. I'm not quite sure. Everybody seemed to have stopped. Did he give a free kick? Yes, he did, because everybody just seemed to freeze, and nobody knew exactly what was happening, but the referee apparently did blow the whistle, and maybe they just didn't hear it. But if one man didn't hear it, fine, but when 5 and 6 and others, everybody just seemed bewildered as to what was going to happen. I'm sure the referee probably needs to blow that whistle a little bit harder so that they can hear him. But here is a chance now to probably swing this one into the area. It's just at the edge of the penalty area, so you could go home from here. He probably just has to swoop it into that near post. That's a good strike, though. It had good pace on it, but it just didn't come down for him as he hit it. You could see it sizzling, and then it just kept going up, 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 and over. So 43 minutes gone so far in this encounter. 2 goals to nothing it is for Carapichaima East, or Caps as we try to call them. And here they come again, building down the right-hand side. That's going to be a little bit of a suck stretcher there for Mayers as he tries to have his way with the defender, whom he would be saying, well, I have 2 goals already, and so you have to try to mark me. And he did a good job that time. Here's another throw that is really causing some headache, some anxiety, one would have to say. Another tackle that isn't punished. The referee says play on. Here comes the guys from Pleasantville. Another challenge. He just goes past him. Can he get the cross in? That's a brilliant cross. The goalkeeper is coming and he loses out. The ball is just lying there in the area and eventually it's cleared away. But boy, it was a tense moment there for the goalkeeper, and the shot now is taken. Another opportunity for them. This might be a goal, and it goes wide. So good fight. Tough ask, and eventually they're getting away. That's a brilliant run down the right-hand side. He looks up, takes another touch, sends a nice little ball over. That's Dorset, and looking there at the back post, trying to get involved in the whole thing. Tyrese Phillips is there, but the ball eventually is cleared away, and then the follow-up is struck wide. And did he say it's a corner kick? Yes, it is. It took a deflection. So again, Pleasantville coming to life right here at the death. We're not quite sure how much time is left in this game because the referee obviously had stopped the play for the one injury. I think the players went to get water, so that might be a minute he might add on there. You never could tell. I'm just guessing. I'm trying to read his mind actually, which I'm not good at. Here now is the corner kick, floated in and headed away not very far. And that's a great turn, but the execution, the shot in the end is way off target by Philip Guide. So 2 goals to nothing, and we've completed regulation time. A brace from Mayers, Cursor Mayers. There's the difference between the 2 teams at the moment, but showing good fight here at the end of the first half is Pleasantville. Looking for something, maybe a goal to give them some momentum and a little bit of confidence entering the second half. Early ball forward, but the control is not there, and it comes back once more. As the ball bounces, it's causing problems for the defenders. They're not quite sure how to read the bounce. Sometimes it hits the mud and it stays down. Other times it hits a firm part of the surface and it bounces higher. So my response to that is to get to the ball before it bounces. That way you don't have to deal with those headaches. Kept the ball in and eventually it's taken over the line. Williams don't like it very much. That's another quickly taken through. And again, they miskick the ball. Now they have to scamper back. Goes past one. Brilliant work once again by David. And still going, trying to get that. That's a good tackle. Take both man and ball. And David stays down. Or does he? He has a shot coming. The goalkeeper almost losing his footing again. And then just batting it away. Real anxiety at the back there for Keelan Martin. And he just does enough to get it out of harm's way. You could see him slipping and sliding just as the shot was taken, but he got enough on it to keep it out of his goal. Well, that could easily have been goal number 3 now. 2 minutes of added on time played already. So this could very well be the last kick of the first half in this game. Again, he's trying to run over that drain cover. And nothing. No back left, squares it in, and the goalkeeper will claim this one. That's good goalkeeping and getting to the ball quickly. Probably didn't take it at the highest point, but he got both hands to it and did well enough with that one. Still, we play on. The ball plays into touch. It's going to be a throw-in. Throw is taken quickly. And I think he might have to do it over again. And he's taking a run up here now, looking for some distance. And that's another good throw. And he gained a good 15-20 meters as a result. So 48 minutes going. So that's 3 minutes now of added on time. Yet another throw, aiming to get it into the heart of the defense. And they'll do it all over again. Still trying. That is the substitute who just came on, looking to get involved. Ball is in the area, and another infringement or a foul, I should say, not on the defense but on the attackers. And that good opportunity there. 3 consecutive throws, but it results in nothing for Pleasantville as they go into the half. I would imagine down by 2 goals to nothing. The referee still playing on here. And we're approaching 4 minutes now of added on time. He takes a look at his watch and he decides, let's have another throw. And this one is thrown down, headed away, and then finally cleared further upfield. But it's still sort of lurking in and around the area here, which is not a good sign for the Carapichaima defense, because they just seem unable to get the ball out of their defensive third early, or at the first opportunity that they get. They almost always seems to flick it around. But there goes the whistle to indicate the end of the first half, and at the end of it, Carapichaima are leading Pleasantville by 2 goals to nothing, thanks to a brace from Curzan Meyers, who scored in the 10th. And again in the 24th, he scored with a penalty in the 10th and a free kick in the 24th. And that is the difference at the half. So at the half, it's Carapichaima 2, Pleasantville 0. So we're getting ready for the second half now of this encounter. Remember, 2-0 at the half with 2 goals from Meyers. And now it's a chance for them to probably put the finishing touches on this one, or for or for Pleasantville rather, to try to dig themselves out of this hole that they've created for themselves here. One goal was a penalty, the other one was a free kick. The goalkeeper certainly, the second one, the free kick, should have done better. He just seemed to misread the angle of the ball and reacted to it a little bit late as well. He probably was looking for a cross ball. He started to advance towards the cross, and then it had to scramble back. By that time, it was in the back of the net. So there we have the restart. And again, Carapichaima looking to get early control of the game. And as you can see, the water is getting a little more pronounced now. As of course that is going to happen when there's rain. Already saturated grounds will just get even worse with a little bit of rain. Another clearance. You can see the water after almost every kick. You see the water splashing up, or as the players run on the surface, the water comes up behind them. So Pleasantville now anxious to get in the game here. Phillips guide with a throw. Another clearance that sort of generates water. You just look at how the players are leaving this trail of water behind them. Here they go, running with the ball. Myers, the goal scorer, he's still going to get to it. Gets it over with his right foot, but not as powerful as he did with the others, especially that free kick with his left foot. And you could see while he's a heavily sort of pronounced left footer. So the ball really just being played around in the middle. That's a great ball, but could he get it now? It might run for him. The goalkeeper will have to come and claim it, and he does. Almost giving the attackers a chance there, and Rivers did very well to come and get it. And that's not a bad kick as well, because he got it over the half line. And on a surface like this, you just want to get it as far away from your goal as possible. Free kick to Pleasantville. They're down by 2 goals, looking for some kind of inspiration here. Who will it be? This man seems to have an idea. Elliott, can he deliver a cross? The last time we had a free kick and we were thinking of a cross, we got a shot that scored. Can he return the favor now? That's the big question. Here's the ball in. The goalkeeper punches it not very far, and then the header down is wide of the mark. There were 2 players there, and of course they seem to get in each other's way. It looked like Philip Guide and Tyrese Phillip. Watch them, both of them there. When the ball goes up in the air, it's 3 of them really. 3 blue shirts plus 1 green shirt, and they all seem to kind of get in each other's way. And no one got the kind of contact that was needed and the direction as well. There's another ball played to the extremity. Does it stay? No, it doesn't. And Pleasantville on the move here. Quickly. Opportunity now. Slip the ball in. This should be a goal. And it is. And a lovely bit of play there. The goalkeeper made the initial save. And in the end, it was put over by Tyrese Phillip, the same man that was involved in that header a short while ago that went wide. This time, he benefits from good football from Williams. He slipped past one defender, through the legs of the other, and then hooked it. Well, he got it to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper made the save, Phillips, and that was it. The save wasn't far enough. Wasn't a powerful push there by Rivers. Nikolai Rivers must be cursing his luck there. And just like that, in the 48th minute of play, the 49th minute of play, it is 2-1. So they are right back in it now, and thanks to Tyrese Phillips. And they've always said a 2-goal lead is kind of like an unhealthy lead. You can't just sit back, because on a surface like this, a slip here, a missed kick there, anything can happen, and bam, a goal scores, and it's a competitive game all over again. Now, what can Pleasantville do with this little momentum that they're building up here? They came out nice and firm, positive in the second half, and they've gotten a goal. Now it's up to them to try to finish the play. They're almost getting in each other's way there, and not able to clear their lines as quickly as they would like also. That's not a bad throw, and that's good football again. He just eases past one. That should be a free kick. He was really just sort of gliding past his man. Joseph took his legs from under him, and it's going to get a yellow card, and Joseph is pleading his case. He said, "Ref, I didn't really try to trip him, but I was slipping and sliding all over the place." And that's the sad thing about referees. They don't like to hear that too much. And it's going to be a free kick. Now, this is a little bit closer. This was kind of like where Myers scored his goal from in the first half. So let's see if history will repeat itself in this second half. But this time he's kicking, the ball is being kicked with it's a right foot as opposed to the left foot that we saw from Myers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue shirts in the area, plus another one lurking just outside. The referee having a look. And here is the free kick now into the area, floated in, header, goal! Really and truly brilliantly worked, and what a finish indeed. It was a lovely little ball played in there, and finding a little bit of space was Daniel Jones, and he buried the header. So just like that, in the 52nd minute of play, it's 2-2, and a nice ball floated in, and what a finish. It was good header. The goalkeeper was going one way, anticipating that the ball would bounce and carry on, but the line was intercepted by Jones, and that was that. Goal number 2 for Pleasantville. And we have a tied ball game once again. So from 2-0 and cruising at the half, all of a sudden, Carapichaima East wondering what just hit them there, because in the space of 3 minutes, Pleasantville have come back and leveled things up. After 49 minutes, they were 2-0 down. Now in the 52nd minute, they're all square at 2 apiece, and they have a free kick. So all the momentum now with Pleasantville. And how they must be, that pep talk, I don't know what they drank in the dressing room or what it was, whatever they told them, they should have given it to them in the first half before the game started, because it certainly is working in the second half. Here they come again, battling away, but that's a good ball taken away. The tackle comes, but it's late, and the pass is there. Myers is still in the mix, and but it's cleared away. It's going to be another throw into Pleasantville. They're getting all the loose balls now, and look at how quickly they want to get it on. Philip Guide gets it upfield, and they're off and running again. Here is a nice early cross in. The goalkeeper though comes and takes it nicely. Rivers does well. Quickly the ball is played upfield. Back it comes into the area, and they're still having problems getting it out. Here's a shot. Nice effort. Bounces in front of Rivers, but he has it under control and is going to complete the save. But again, good pressure from Pleasantville. They look like a totally different team in the second half. Look at the shot coming, and it just bounces in front of the goalkeeper, who had it under control in the end. So what a turn of events here. From 2-0 down, Pleasantville have worked their way back to be level at 2 apiece and threatening more. Can Carapichaima respond now? Another throw-in that could so easily have been called back, but the referee's allowing it to go. 54 minutes gone, 2 apiece. Pleasantville coming all the way back. Can they actually take the lead? That's going to be the big question now. They have the momentum, and they certainly look like they could put even more. You get the impression that there will be more goals in this game. This might be another opportunity here, way over the head of everyone, and in fact it goes out for a goal kick to Pleasantville. So from 2-0 down, Pleasantville are now at 2 apiece, and no doubt will be hoping to carry on and to keep going, because when you have momentum like that, you don't want to break it. You just want to keep driving home whatever advantage you have. Lovely skill to get away from the tackle, tries to squeeze the ball in, and still trying to force his way forward there, and they may still get the ball as it runs free in the advanced position, but that's a good challenge for Carapichaima. They have possession once again. Good interpassing. They try to get it to David. The goalkeeper though will have to come to tidy up for them at this one. Martin, the goalkeeper. His kick straight to a green shade, and Paul is just being kept in there, still running and trying to get past too many holder, this time caught in possession, and it's another foot race. And there's his problems here. The goalkeeper has come. The ball is wide of the mark. Well, he certainly had the goal at his mercy there, Philip, And it's the same thing we were talking about. You don't know what could happen on a field like this. The defender slips, Joseph goes down, the goalkeeper came, but also Tyrese Phillips was slipping. He couldn't get the ball from under his feet. And a great opportunity there goes by the wayside. So what a golden opportunity for them to take the lead. And he failed to deliver on that occasion. He must be ruined that miss, because that could have given them the lead in this game. Still, they're moving forward again, and another heavy challenge, but another lovely ball played into the area. They're still under pressure here, the Carapichaima outfit, and Phillips is doing very well. He's moved into the attacking third now and seems to be enjoying himself up there. In fact, that happens quite often when you put a defender to play as an attacker. They tend to try to outshine the regular attackers, and sometimes it works. And players relish those opportunities, because not very often he's going to get a chance to play as a striker, but he's staying in that up position and seemed to be doing very well. That's going to be a free kick. No, the referee says play on. He did it once. He almost got him again the second time. And look at the players just losing their footing and trying all how to keep playing, but it's also proving to be very, very tough for them, given the conditions underfoot. 57.5 gone, 2 apiece. Remember, it was 2-0 after 24 minutes, and up until the half, and almost 4 minutes into the second half, it was still 2-0. But then that has changed in a 3-minute span. 2 quick goals from Pleasantville, and we're all knotted at 2 apiece. A quick substitution made, and made by Carapichaima as they look for some kind of reinforcements. Certainly they would like to weather this storm and pull one back, or at least try to go ahead again in this game. But it's not going to be easy. Pleasantville is proven to be a slightly difficult nut to crack here this evening, and that is always the case with teams like these. They know they have talent. They just haven't been able to put it together, all season long, and then all of a sudden they play a game that reminds you of their capabilities. There's a ball played across and headed away nicely by the defense. Now they're trying to build it out to the back. That's problems for them, because this is not the kind of surface where you try to build, and they may still get a chance though. However, Pleasantville does well to tidy it up, and you really just need to figure out what is going to work for you. Ball thrown in, and another opportunity here, but good coverage coming over and tightening up. The man who has just come off the bench there was Jaron Modest, and he came across to tidy up for them and keeps it at 2 apiece. So another opportunity. The ball flicked on in the area. A little appeal for handle ball. The referee's not going to give that, and he allows play to continue almost at the half line. Nice header out quickly. Carapichaima now trying to play the ball forward again, looking for Myers, and which is a good approach, which is to get it to your key man as often as possible and hope that he can lead you to the promised land. Another free kick to Carapichaima. They have really squandered a 2-goal lead. Thomas Robertson plays this one into the Pleasantville area, but look how Pleasantville, like right in this confidence now, plays another ball deep and into the opposition, and they play another early ball. This could be problems here for them. Just the faintest of touches, and he got enough contact on it, and he's able to play it into touch for throw-in to Thomas Robertson and company. They're not out of the woods yet, as they try to really weather this storm here that Pleasantville is throwing at them. It's been a relentless bit of pressure from the Pleasantville outfit. They're looking for more. Another throw into the area, trying to get the little flick on there is Williams. He brushes his man aside, hooks it across to the back post. It goes right across the face of the goal, and nobody there to put the finishing touches on it. What a good opportunity. It was a quick turn on the part of Williams. Unfortunately for him, none of his teammates in position to at least apply what might have been just the faintest of touches and redirect it into the goal. Myers confronted, tries to go back onto that favored left foot. He slips and falls, and players are falling all over the place, and it's only because of the conditions. The players don't want to stop, at least they can't stop because they're just sliding, and maybe they don't have one proper footwear. And there's Myers gets a yellow card for his extracurricular stuff. No need to push the player. You already stopped the play. And so I think they just need to settle down and concentrate on the job at hand. So Christopher leaves it for Myers. So Myers now, despite the yellow card, he has 2 goals and a yellow card. So he's getting the full bounty here. Let's see what he does. That's another curling effort. The goalkeeper is in trouble. And how he held on to that one is anybody's guess. Now here is a clumsy challenge, taking the ball out of the hands of the goalkeeper. But here it is again. Myers trying his luck once more. Pushes this one into the heart of the defense. It took a deflection. Luckily for the goalkeeper, it didn't stay there because Andrews was right there, and somehow it was kept out by Martin, who actually held on to it quite nicely despite the pressure that Andrews was applying. So 2 goals apiece, 63 minutes and counting. Now we're in the 64th minute. Who will blink first at the moment? I suppose the odds are in favor of Carapichaima blinking first, because Pleasantville just seem to have that little momentum, but every so often they come forward. Christopher with this little stab, and that ball could easily have been left for the goalkeeper. Instead, it's picked up and then it's just cleared upfield and into touch. So a throw in once more, and that's another sort of suspect throw in. 2 players now getting in each other's way. This could be problems for them. Man goes down just at the edge of the area, and the referee not buying anything at all. If anything, he's just allowing them to play and allowing the conditions also to dictate how they play. Now Myers turns with his left foot. That ball is taken away and just played upfield, but to nobody in particular, and it's going the other way now. A lovely ball over the top. A nice little foot race here. Williams racing into the area, and that's a good recovery tackle there from Kyle Holder, who was under some pressure there from Williams, who's a speedy man. And luckily for him, he's able to get a boot on it. So time now. Dorset is going to bring this one over. He has about 4 blue shirts to aim at, and maybe a couple join in the fray. Actually, no, it looks like Williams is going over to take the free kick, to take the corner kick. He's probably going to swing it in with the left foot. We wait to see. Or is he going to use the right? It looks like he's going to hit it with his right foot to curl it away from the goalkeeper. Here it comes. This one giving the goalkeeper some problems, and it's in. Well. It's difficult to say who got that final touch, but it might just be the opportunity that they were looking for. And just like that, Alan Noriega whipped the header. Antonio Allen Noriega, you look at him, he's just standing there on the penalty area. He goes in and just got enough of a header down, and the ball bounces there despite the efforts of Joseph to try to keep it out. It still goes over the line and in. So in the 66th minute, from 2-0 down, they've now taken the lead to make it 3-2. Antonio Allen Noriega, the man giving Pleasantville the advantage. So what does Carapichaima do here? How do they respond? They didn't respond well after going behind, after conceding the first. It was 2-1. They didn't respond very well when they knotted up the scores at 2 apiece 3 minutes later. And now they find themselves trailing in this game, a game that they seem to have under total control, only to lapse and allow Pleasantville to come right back into the game. And the player stays down, so they're really having a tough time under these conditions. I think back to when this game started, the field looked to be so nice and dry that it was going to be a comfortable day for them. And we were lamenting the fact that the players have had to play under very tough conditions in almost every match. But then this one turned out to be just as demanding. A little bit of rain, and here we go again. Water mixed in with the mud, and you have what we call a quagmire, and then you put players to run on it, and they just kind of makes it more of a mess. But we have 2 players from Pleasantville now down in the field receiving treatment while the others get instructions. And that's one thing with coaches, they're never satisfied. They always want more. And they want more of this, more of that. But I think he's really trying to encourage his players to just do the right thing. I don't think he's asking them to sort of sit back and defend, because on a surface like this, sitting back and defending could be a dangerous proposition, because as we've seen, any number can play once the ball hits the surface, and if you don't get to it on the full, it could create problems looking on the second bounce when it tries to come down, and sometimes it doesn't come down as quickly as the defenders would like. Anyway, 68 minutes gone, again another kind of unofficial water break. Player is still down, the second player is still down on the field. What it also means is that Pleasantville could be down to 9 men when this game is restarted, unless they make a quick substitution. But all the same, I think they're just going to ride it out. Looks like the goal scorer is off the field. In fact, 2 players are off the field at the moment for Pleasantville. So how can they... Denzel Prokop now misses out, but again a easy ball played forward there, hoping, that was Hippolyte, hoping that his man Myers would read the play, and it looked so innocuous, it looked so almost so nonchalant, that the defender probably was the most surprised person that he was able to win that ball, and that's because there was a bit of miscommunication, and that went a begging. Another goal kick. Pleasantville, though, with all the momentum right now, 20 minutes to go, 70 minutes gone, plus whatever time the referee adds on for stoppages. Nice control, and Williams turning back onto his right foot. Then he tries to play a ball, diagonal ball over on the far side, but he loses out. And now, good opportunity now. Here's a shot coming wide of the mark. He doesn't need much to think of shooting. That is Myers, and he almost had goal number 3 for himself here this evening for Carapichaima. Boy, they needed that just to break the kind of stranglehold that the Pleasantville team has had in the game so far in this second half. They've scored 3 goals already in the second half. Another ball played forward and another opportunity for them to try to get behind the defense. But the conditions again proving to be very tricky indeed. And they're not out of the woods yet. Here's another ball just kind of chipped into the area, but not far enough to get to its marker, or its intended target, I should say, and intercepted. But Carapichaima East doing well despite the conditions. In fact, the conditions have deteriorated significantly since the start of play. Kept onside and allowed to run now. Hippolyte. He decides he's going to down that byline, does well, still not able to get across it. He does now. The goalkeeper bobbles it and presents the gift of the century. And would you believe it? It's a hat-trick to Myers. The ball played across. The goalkeeper came and made a real meal of it, Martin. The cross coming in from Hippolyte, and really should have taken it, and he just kind of set it up there nicely for him. Could not have asked for an easier goal in the 73rd minute of play. And Kurza Myers has his third of the evening, and we all tied up now at 3 apiece after 72 minutes into the 73rd minute of play. Well, what a turn of events. What an interesting second half we've had in this game, as both teams are finding it very difficult to maneuver in the conditions, and as a result, goals are scoring. Edwards trying to get it up there. Williams also clipping the legs of his man, and a nice reverse pass played. Here comes Myers again, threatening to maybe sneak in a 4th goal, but this time the defense doing well and keeping him away from the line. That's a great turn. Can he get the shot or the pass upfield? He does well. They're running at the goal now. This is Edwards, Jaquan Edwards, blocked. Ball changes hands quickly. Away they come, and they're now trying to build on the half line, but they give it away. And here is another opportunity. Sniping his way forward, still going, losing out. Williams doing well. Can he get the cross in? He just seemed to be tripping over the ball, and then he is corralled by 2 players. Still, he's able to get the ball across. Phillips can't control it. Another cross ball is eventually cleared away, and a shot from distance, not with any real conviction, probably just trying to hit it and get back on defense. And the ball just kind of sails into the comfortable arms of goalkeeper Rivers. Nikolai Rivers must be happy most of the action is taking place at the other goal. Here they come again. Wiley plays the ball inside. The goalkeeper again bobbles it. Wiley has a stab. The keeper gets a touch. And this one deflects wide of the mark. But another golden opportunity here for Pleasantville. Here is Wiley getting the ball across with the outside of the foot, and then the little bubble by the goalkeeper there under pressure from Phillips. That allows Wiley with the follow-up, and the goalkeeper this time getting a touch on it. So Rivers doing very well for Carapichaima to keep them in the game. That could so easily have been goal number 4 for the men in blue. So we have another player down, but he's off the field. In fact, Wiley is the man who just took that shot at goal, who has gone down. So he might have just hurt something. But again, it's about the conditions here. It's proven to be very demanding, but it's demanding for players on both teams, not for any one team. The players on both teams are feeling the pinch at the moment. And you can see Wiley getting treatment off the field, and they're working hard on his legs, trying to get him up and ready and back in the game without having to make a substitution. Certainly a forced substitution. Here is the corner kick now. They only have 3 blue shirts in the area. They're outnumbered almost 2-1, trying to sneak in at the back post, but the ball went out and then back in. and that's going to be a goal kick to Carapichaima. So here they go again, as they just kind of drive bodies forward. Looks like Malik Young is on for Pleasantville. So I'm sure he would like to maybe get his name on the score sheets here as well. But they will have to contend with the goal scoring of that man Myers, but doing well and getting out of harm's way, and was the very alert Noriega, the goal scorer. Still, Carapichaima trying to maybe get another crack at the goal. Williams back on defense also helping out. But they have to contend with David. He's trying to get the ball into that central position. Here's a chance for them to do it this time. Opportunity still to build the play. The cross comes. It's a little bit behind everyone. Myers can't control it. And it's going the other way. As far as half line, they're going backwards to come forward, so to speak. The ball is played in. Now, another opportunity here for them to keep running. Phillips plays a chip ball in the area, and the man who has just come on, not able to really get into the flow just yet. Young, and the ball just bounces wide, with the goalkeeper scrambling across the face of his goal. Rivers certainly having his issues here today. And but it's the surface as well that is maybe causing him a few butterflies, and he almost got fooled with another one. That was a push in the back. Wiley is back on the field, so they're up to their full complement now of 11 players. 3 goals apiece, 78 minutes gone. So we just have about 12 minutes of regulation left in this one. Here's another ball played in. The defense will allow it to bounce, and it bounces twice and races off the field, and that is going to be another goal kick for Pleasantville. Hippolyte was the man trying his best to get to the end of that one. Free kick, the goal kick taken, and then it's just played into touch. So this is it here now for these teams. Whoever could probably keep their composure may very well be able to come up with a winner. Ball thrown in, and 2 green shirts getting each other's way, but they also bury the man under the pile, and it looks as if they may have to bring the medical team out again, because there is another player down. This time Philip Guide is also down for Pleasantville. So they're dropping like flies at the moment, not being able to really stay on his feet. We see the substitute Christopher is back up, the number 22 for Carapichaima. And but the player from Pleasantville stays down. So some concern there as to his availability for the rest of this game. And they're really going to need all hands on deck here now for these final 10 or 12 minutes, as the case may be. So the referee has given them every opportunity to make sure that he is fit and raring to go. And it looks as if Denzel Prokop is going to continue. Or is it Edwards? Actually, it is Edwards who is up and around, and also Philip Guide is also getting his treatment, but he seems to be okay, although he seems a lot more hurt or wounded than the others. Cramp is probably just a little overbearing at the moment. Now they're going to build it from the back. Christopher, here he goes, trying to turn his man and really having difficulty in the mud. And he goes down, but he's holding his hand, I think it is. Might have received a sprain or something, it looks like. And he stays down now. So we're not quite sure what his injury is. It looked like he was holding his hand, but he's still lying on the ground, so it might be something else for him. And the referee's assistant is telling him to get off the field and receive the treatment there. And another player goes down as well. So they, for the last 5 or 6 minutes or so, we've had 3 good stoppages, and all 3 have seen players leave the field. And yet another one is making his way off, this time for Carapichaima. As those players are suffering from cramps. It's something that, again, once that lactic acid builds up in the leg, there's not much you could do about it. You could feel like you're running fast, but then you're going at probably the slowest pace, and that's because you have no real control over your limbs, your bodily functions, because of the lactic acid. It's sometimes very overbearing. Now they're trying to file bodies forward, hoping to get something. Thomas Robertson, and heading away. Right behind it, the defense, doing well. And an even better ball. Now they're under pressure. Can he play the ball over? He decides against it. Now he decides to go down that right-hand side. Sliding, going over there. Dorset shakes one man. Can he get the cross in? It's blocked. And danger averted. Going to be a corner kick to Pleasantville. So they're still maintaining their press in this the second half. It's netted them 3 goals in the second half, plus 1 to Carapichaima East. So that's 4 goals in the second half after it was 2-0 Carapichaima East at the interval. Time winding down here now, but there's more than enough time for another one. Let's see if they can get it. The goalkeeper again is in problems. The header off the bar. And was there a push in the area? It looks like it. But certainly the goalkeeper seemed to be in all sorts of difficulty. Here comes the ball, and it might have been a push. The substitute just seemed to clank into the back of the goalkeeper, and that is what the referee spotted. And we have a quickly taken free kick. Ball played into the up position, and using the widest surface on the body. He used the chest, and then he used the inside of the foot, the instep. And now here comes this other opportunity. Shot coming again from Dorset. It takes a deflection. It's going to be a corner kick to the Pleasantville outfit. They're trying to finish up strong here now as we enter 84 minutes, 84 and a half almost. And hoping to maybe find that one decisive strike here now that could separate these 2 teams the rest of the way. And I don't mean just in this game. I'm talking about going forward. If they can win this, that will be a big fillip for them. I can get them out of the relegation zone, but it will certainly bode well going forward. Here's another great corner, headed away this time, and the stab at goal is blocked, and it's going to run all the way over to the half line. That frees up another fast moving Hippolyte. He plays a lovely ball inside, but arriving under pressure is the substitute Che Reyes, and from one end to the next it goes, and really should have done better with that. That was plenty time to create your own opportunities. Time becoming a factor now. Under 4 minutes left, or just over 4 minutes left, I should say. And here's an outside of the foot pass played into the path of Hippolyte, but he's not going to get there. The defender is more than equal to the task. So another throw-in deep in the Pleasantville half. Ball thrown in, getting the rebound or the replay opportunity. That's sort of careless ball or attempt at a pass. He was probably trying to chip the ball, and it just wouldn't get up and down for him. In fact, he barely got off the ground. He was chipping like how I have my golf swing sometimes. More like cricket shots than they are golf shots. Instead of pars, you're hitting 6s and 4s. Here's another great ball inside now. Can he turn his man? Shot blocked. And he gets a second bite of the cherry. He goes down. There is a bit of a push in there, and the referee is blown for the penalty. And the referee, they're pointing out to the referee's assistant, they're pointing out to the referee that the assistant had the flag up, and but the referee had given the penalty, given the weight. Look at this ball. This is a great ball from Williams. Goes past the captain Joseph, and just turning his man there is Philip, and firing. And now here is the problem. He just kind of landed on the ball, and it might have been for handleball, might have been for tripping, but it all goes to naughts once that assistant raised the flag. 3-3 the scoreline. 4 goals so far in the second half. 3 to Carapichaima, 3-2 to Pleasantville rather, and Caps just won in the second half. They were leading by 2 goals to nothing. The bright side for them is that all 3 goals for the Carapichaima outfit have been scored by Curzon Myers. So he must be a happy man, although his team is level pegging at the moment. Another substitute as they kind of empty the benches here now. Elijah Joseph is on. Here is the cross ball, bounces, that's good defense. Takes it on the chest, which is a wide surface as well. The key though is to keep your hands away from the body as much as possible. Joseph not able to get to that one, and the goalkeeper commits and decides against trying to pick it up, and he uses his legs and trying to dribble. They lose possession, or does he? He does well to fight back for it. Now he decides to get it up early and almost finds Tyrese Phillips, who is playing in that up position right now and enjoying himself up there. Of course, because of his weight, I would imagine, and his height, they feel that under these conditions, he might be better suited than a smaller, shorter, sort of shiftier player. There's a challenge that is punished, and it's going to be a free kick. So now we're into the final minute of regulation time. We're not quite sure how many minutes the referee is going to order for stoppages. Well, we played 3 minutes in the first half, so we might get another 3 in the second half. But here is the cross into the area. It goes headed down, and Joseph not able to control it. It's going to be a free kick, says the referee. So danger averted there. And I'm wondering if it doesn't seem as if either team has been settling for a draw here. They're still trying to push for the go-ahead goal. And we saw more of that. Another substitution coming on late for Carapichaima. So they're really giving some of the other players a chance to perform, and which makes good sense because you don't know when you might need them down the road. We still have the interculture goals, so teams' season isn't officially over just yet, and even the teams that are at the bottom will find that the playoffs might be there for them to try to avoid relegation. So a lot going on down there, as well as at the top. Here is the throw-in, and nice control, nice bit of skill to clear his lines, coming over and doing well for the boys in green. Jaron Modest coming over. Still the ball is David is still there, and then he just heads it over and trying to get it upfield now is Holder. The second attempt he gets it to the half line, but that too is intercepted. So the ball is just being pinged back and forth it goes. Now, trying to knife his way past 1, 2, 3 players. He may get it to one of his teammates a little bit fortuitously on the rebound. Now they get a chance because the ball stays in. And that's a nice little ball. It beats everybody, however. And trying to turn quickly with it is Dorset. It comes around his man, but eventually the tackle comes. And it's going to be a corner kick to Pleasantville. Good effort there on the part of Kyle Holder, who's not normally a defender, but understanding the predicament right now, has dropped back into the middle. So this time there are 5 blue shirts in the area, so maybe they will go for broke here. If you could really commit to a good cross. Here's a nice little cross inside. Another free header, only this time Philip can't get it on the target, and it's cleared away. So another close shave there for the boys from Carapichaima. Quickly, Ramsey wants to take the throw in. He's asking for somebody to come to the near post. And but they're forcing him to have to try to go all the way into the middle of the goal, which means that in any kind of infringement there, you don't get the numbers that you would normally get, like if you were home. Here's another throw in to the boys from Pleasantville. They've really impressed in the second half. They really put on a good show. They scored 3 goals, just the 1 to Carapichaima. And another opportunity for Ramsey to launch one into the area. And a flicked on. Another chance here. Can he get the shot in? And Joseph was just a little too late in getting his shot off. He goes into another challenge and is fighting tooth and nail for the ball. He's just come on as a sub, but he wants to get involved quickly. He just leaves the ball and goes for a positional play and leaves it up to Ramsey to throw it in. This time it's headed away, and another chance at a shot maybe, but nothing doing there. And even Joseph, who's just come on, losing his footing and not able to get us. This is another tackle that is coming on now. The infringement goes against Pleasantville, and it's played upfield now. We're playing in the 4th minute of added on time. The referee takes a look at his watch and sees that it's going to be another, this might be the last attack. And this too might go to Nords, and good skill to lift it over the defender's legs. And unfortunately, the control there by Joseph is what is going to let him down, giving the throw in to Mastana Bahar. And this one stays in. Still they're going there now. 94, almost squared on 95 minutes of play. And the ball is played upfield. So we had 3 minutes in the first half. We have almost 5 in it. There's a chance now. The ball is misplayed by the defender. And there is a crunching tackle. The ball is stayed in. The referee's allowing play to continue. And now it's headed away. But that was another lunging tackle. His both feet off the ground. But the referee still allowed play to continue. Dorset racing down that right-hand side. Now trying to fan one way, then the next. Hooks in across. The goalkeeper is scrambling across his goal, but it's going to run free. Joseph, thinking about turning his man, does well, but it's still running free, and it's going to be picked up by Carapichaima. Another opportunity here to run past his man. That's going to be a yellow card. And Williams, who looks like a really tired man. He's been running all evening long. And he was just taking the wrong angle there. And once the ball was moved from the line that he was taking, it was always going to be an easy blow by on the part of the attacker. But he put his hand out and stopped him. How many more minutes is the referee going to play? As they've played 95 into the 96th minute of play now. I know that there were a couple stoppages, and but not very often you see this much time being played. Joseph does well. Can he turn another one? And this time he fools even his teammate. And who falls down? Dorset now. Can he get the shot off? It's blocked again. But Williams, who just got that yellow card, still with possession. On his left foot, he goes to the right, slips the ball back inside. Dorset now, is he onside? Yet another shot is blocked, so he may need to change something there. Phillip trying to turn. Tyrese Phillip looking for a feed inside, and still the battle for it. Wiley eventually too strong, and it's going to be another free kick. So 96.5 minutes. He's played 3 minutes in the first half, 6.5 in the second. He just looked at his watch. 5 in the first half, and now he plays 6.5 in the second half. And now this could be another opportunity here for. He goes down just at the edge of the area, and the referee says no, it's a free kick. Well, he looked like he was in the area when the foul was committed, but the referee, probably looking at the tire marks, decided against giving the free kick. That was his indicator there. That it, right where the skid started, it almost looked somebody from CSI is going to determine where this incident happened. All the same, it's a free kick in a dangerous position for Caps. Can they win it here at the death with a fourth goal? It's tied at 3 goals apiece. We have 4 goals already in the second half, 2 in the first. All the bodies are back here now. This is all about preserving this point. Can they stop it? It hits, nicely goes through the wall, but it's headed away, and the control is not there. And what is it? That is the end of the game. The referee blows it off. And almost a little bit anticlimactically, the ball was still in play, and it was still a live ball. Could probably have gone, could have given the boys from Carapichaima another shot at goal, but in the end, the referee blew the whistle and cut short any idea of that happening. But at the end of it, on a pulsating game, it ends 3 goals apiece with a hat-trick to the man Kazar Myers for Carapichaima. He scored 2 in the first half and another one in the second. And it was Tyrese Phillip, Daniel Joseph, and Antonio Allen Noriega for Pleasantville as they came all the way back to draw level, then take the lead, only to allow Carapichaima to level. So at the end of it all, it ends